When I walk into the room, shut the door, I introduce myself if I don't know the patient, or if I know the patient, I say hello to whomever they're with and with the patient. I log into the computer because I have to be able to document, but as soon as I've done that, then I turn back around and I sit and I'm facing the patient. From my experiences with medicine and from what I do, that the best thing is getting down at the right level so I'm not staring down at the patient, and my back is now to the computer, so I'm focused on the patient, and I want to let them know that I'm going to listen to them. And I try, even though I know I'm thinking in the back of my mind I have a bunch of patients to see, I want to try to focus on them, and I want to do my very best not to interrupt what they're saying. But I think that's the biggest thing that I found, is sitting down, trying to connect with the patient, giving them their time, letting them speak about it, and then moving on, and trying to be kind of sensitive to their needs.
One of the things that I do to connect to my patients is to never assume that I know them better than they know themselves. I'm coming at each treatment with a skill set and a basis and a knowledge, but they will always be the experts in themselves, which fosters a more collaborative treatment.
The reason I feel I can relate to my patients so well is because I've been a patient before. And I think in that arena, I think as a patient, you feel kind of a different way than you do as a practitioner. Being able to kind of understand both sides of it, I think helps me. You know, I can relate to the fact that the patients have been waiting for a long time, or that they're unsure about their physician, or that they're unsure about this test, or just maybe not trusting, you know, and so I can sit down and say, hey, look, I understand. You know, I've been there and I understand, and I think that part is helpful. I try to make sure that everyone in the room is engaged.
By the time patients get to me, they've oftentimes already seen their primary care physician and a general cardiologist. Maybe they've been through the emergency department. And some of those patients really want to be able to tell me their entire story themselves. Maybe they feel like they haven't been listened to. Maybe they just want to be sure that I have the information from them. And so it's important for me to give those patients that time. But other patients really feel that they want to know that I've connected with their referring physicians, that I've reviewed all of the records. And for those patients, I tend to reflect back to them what I've read and ask them if that's correct, if that's their understanding of everything as well. The most important thing for patients to feel like they have your full attention is to sit down and look relaxed. They don't want to feel like they're dealing with a stressed out provider. They're stressed out. They're concerned about their condition, and they want to feel like they're getting your full attention. So I sit down, I make sure that I look like I'm making eye contact, that they have all of my attention. My father actually has atrial fibrillation, which is a heart rhythm disorder, and I'm sure that's part of the reason that I chose to go into cardiac electrophysiology. And so when I am having a hard day, when things are stressful, I always try to remember him and how I would want my father to be treated, and try to make sure that I am treating my patients in a similar manner.